Bioshock Infinite. Third installment of the Bioshock franchise. Man, they should just rename it Bioshock Infinite Twists. Seriously, there's so many twists in the end, and in all honesty, the ending, like, the amount of twists that they had in it, it was just too much for the brain to process. And I think that's why it'll probably go down a couple of notches in saying that it's bad. I mean, like, I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's grand, like, all these claims. It's like, yeah, man, it's 10 out of 10. Oh, man, phew, like, perfect game, you know? And it's like, oh, yeah, who said that? And it's like, oh, Job, down the road. And he's like, yeah, does he play video games? I was like, not really, but he knows his stuff in cars. And I'm like, oh, alright, whatever. Oh, okay. So, I started playing it, and, you know, I was so psyched for it, man. I was so psyched for this game. I was just like, oh, man, the ad, like, seriously, ad campaigns for this were, like, brilliant. Like, all of it was just like, and and then, like, I heard from, like, a previous, like, a review before it came out, and it was like, yeah, I was like, and the reviewer said, like, oh yeah, we were playing it with some friends, we were all trying to guess, like, the twist, and see who got it right, and then, like, I started doing that, and I was like, okay, and for all these people who are, like, gonna jump on me, it's like, oh, these are spoilers, and I'm like, well, the title pretty much explains it, but in all honesty, I thought, DeWitt was the real child, and, like, Elizabeth and DeWitt, like, swapped, and they swapped them, and that's why he was like, oh, get him out of here, he's the false shepherd, and then it was like, but he's the rightful ruler of Columbia, and he's going to be, and instead of it being Elizabeth. Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong. All those people who are probably watching this video have finished the game. If you haven't finished the game, don't watch this beyond this point, because all of this is spoilers. In the end, DeWitt is Comstock. And then when I first heard that, I was like, what? What? And then, like, you found out that Elizabeth was DeWitt's daughter, and then I was like, what? And then it's like if Back to the Future didn't explain itself, and it was just like, how did all these characters get here? How did this happen? Although granted, Back to the Future had 3 movies to fall back on to explain itself. Yes, Bioshock Infinite, it's the 3rd installment, but it's the first one to pull these crazy strings, you know, like interdimensional and time travel, and it's like, oh Christ, not one of these. And I mean, I have no problem with that. I mean, goddamn, Back to the Future is like my favorite movie. But when it's not really done right, like in Bioshock, if you just rush through it at the end, it was just like, yeah, all these cool sceneries, yeah, look what we can do with this engine. Oh yeah, by the way, this is all the things that happened. And it was like, no, wait, go back, I want to know. And then, jeez, the feelings it makes me feel, I really don't think it's, like, supposed to have all this, like, awesome, like, all these people saying, like, oh yeah, it's the greatest game ever, like, I've ever played, it's like top 10 or something. Yeah, I rate it. I wouldn't probably put it in my top 10, although I haven't really played enough games to get into my top 10. But I mean, like, I was really expecting, you know, the first Bioshock, because, like, the Irrational Games did the first one, they didn't do the second one, and then they did Infinite. Shut up, it's like, I don't know, it's late. So, what do I feel about this game? I like it. I think it's great. I think, like, the end bit was just like, it's like, for those people who watch my other videos, how it's like, I don't know, I forget what it was. I think it was good ending. I think it was a good ending episode. I could be mistaken, but I described it as being like you're reading it and then you're like, oh yeah, this is great, all these characters, and then the author comes up and it's like, oh, you like these characters? And it's like, yeah man, I really like it, just, they're doing their whole thing, and hopefully their relationship will come together and stuff like that and mend up things. And then she like punches you in the stomach and then knees you in the face, and it's like, too bad, we're taking them out. And like gets a huge 50 cal sniper and just snipes them from, I don't know, like 100 meters away. Brains are everywhere, there's muscle tissue everywhere. They had to lock down the perimeter and find the shooter. Why am I suddenly talking about shooters? Oh yeah, that's right, because Bioshock Infinite's a shooter. See? It all twists together. See? Didn't think I had a thing going, but I actually did. Twist! That was another one. That's pretty much what Bioshock Infinite ending is like. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. I love it. I just don't love it. It's like one of those things, like, if you have if you had, like, I don't know, your kid, like, came from the mother's womb that from the woman that you married or something, that kid versus an adopted kid, it's a no-brainer when it comes down to it. It's like, yeah, it's the adopted kid. We don't love you as more. I just said that, didn't I? I said as more, as much. All you Nazi grammars out there. But yeah, Bioshock Infinite, I think it's good. I'd probably give it, like, I don't know, 8.5 out of 10 if I was being bold of reviewing a game, which I won't, because people can hold me to my word and I'd be just I didn't mean it. Then they're like, oh man, what did you mean? As if Bioshock Infinite isn't the greatest game ever made in 2013. And I was like, well, the year's not over yet, but whatever. So yeah, Bioshock Infinite, I mean, it's good, but it's not good. It's great, but it's not great. Buy a Great Wall. No, I hate those cars. Yeah, but seriously, alright, if you like this video, please rate it, subscribe it, whatever people do nowadays. I don't even care anymore. If you like it, just press thumbs up. Like, at least someone's watching it. Jeez. To all the people who are watching.